Hello everyone, this is Apocalypse Hub, and what you're looking at is a low-tech version of my Prepper Profile Part 2. My first version, which I'll put a link of underneath this video, was made digitally on a mind mapper software online, and I did a screencast of it, and I figured that just takes way too much time, so I had these stack of index cards on top of my desk, so why not do a impromptu update, a much needed update. So apologies for the long absence, been very busy, but I plan on getting back on a more regular routine. Hopefully it takes a while to make these videos, putting them together, especially if I have to retake it more than once. Hopefully for this one, and this is just one take. Anyway, Prepper Profile Part 2. So if you're totally lost, just go watch the first part of this, and then you'll catch up. So my thing is, if you're new to prepping, you're gonna have some sort of limitations, depending on your scenario. For us, we're new urban preppers, so storage space is a major issue. But there's always a solution to every problem, so focus on the strengths. You can hear that noise outside. Gotta love city living, right? Solutions would be to minimize, it's the obvious one, and virtual solution / cloud space. What am I talking about? Minimize, it's a no-brainer. If you have too much stuff, you don't have any more space for new stuff, so what do? You get rid of stuff, which means you get more cash and it frees up more space. So I mean, you can't really lose on that deal. I've already actually done this with one of the closets up front. Freed up more space, got rid of some stuff, sold it. And it's not stuff we're using anyway, it's just stuff that, you know, people accumulate. Like coats you don't even use, stuff you don't even realize you have, that kind of stuff. Everybody's got that kind of stuff. So, have a lot more space, which means I can probably stick a shelving in there, because it's a pretty big, it's a walk-in closet. You can probably set up a shelving unit or some sort, and instant space. Plus we made a few bucks, more than a few bucks actually, so that's always a plus. What else? Second one, virtual solution / cloud space. What am I talking about, that one? I'm kind of a tech nerd, love technology, love all that stuff, so everything I have, I usually back it up. Photos, stuff for my web design clients and all that good stuff. I always have extra flash drives, extra SD cards, external hard drive available. Always back up your work. So what I do with that is I back everything up, which includes important documents, ebooks, just any files that can be stored away, so you can free up space on your computer, or you know, free up actual shelf space in your home. These are pretty cheap. They come pretty cheap these days. SD cards. We just bought a whole bunch from a online retailer. You have like six to 10 SD cards, 16 gigs. Extra, just kind of there for our use. Flash drives, we usually get extra couple, when there's a sale. It's just good to have that available for general use. External hard drive, you have to be careful with what you get, because I had a bad experience with one brand and everything was just wiped out. It was fried for no reason, so I lost everything in there. Luckily I had everything backed up in CDs, so that wasn't too bad. But it's you know, I mean, you can't just dump everything on one and expect everything to function. Always back it up. Whatever you put in an SD card, try to put it in a flash drive and the external HD, or burn a disk or whatever. Always have a backup. Have a backup of your backup. It's a good rule. Cloud space. It's a good place to store your important documents. But the thing with that is, you know, online, you have to find a reliable place to stash it, really. I haven't found one yet that I like. Well, I use Dropbox. You know, it's more for my documents and, you know, just ebooks. I don't put anything too private in there because I'm not sure how secure those things are. I much prefer stuff that I can control and keep in a safe or whatever. So these are the ones I rely on most. Just giving you guys an option. This is really good for ebooks. Speaking of ebooks, since storage space is a limitation, I've been focusing on acquiring skills instead of acquiring stuff. Stuff is just stuff. If you don't know how to use it, if you don't know how to build stuff, your own things out of, you know, basic materials, and what good is it, really? You can never acquire enough. There's never enough stuff. It's you have to really get your thought process in a row here. So I like to acquire skills and learn stuff. I'm just a big reader anyway. So I've been building on my Prepper library, mostly digital. I store them on my e-reader, my tablet. I even have a backup in my laptop. I store everything on Dropbox. And I can't even tell you, I probably have at least 50 survival, emergency preparedness related, and you know, do-it-yourself stuff related things in digital format. But every so often, there are just some books that are better off being in print format, like, you know, reference books. So I do get that. And, you know, people that know me buy me, you know, print books when they see it, which is awesome. It always helps when people, you know that you're into this kind of thing, so they get stuff for you. Usually I check things out first in digital format, and if it's something that I think would be better suited to have on hand as a print format, then I go ahead and buy that. That way you're not wasting shelf space, you know. So another thing I do is I started scanning important documents. I have them in a centralized folder for now, which really needs to be updated. And what I do is scan that and store it using one of these, or all of them. It's a tedious process. You really have to sit down and dedicate some time doing that, but, you know, no excuses. You can always get it started. You know, do a couple hours every weekend or whatever. So, wow, this video is already crawling into 9 minutes. This is way too long. I need to kind of end this soon. So anyway, that's the way I do things, because I'm a visual kind of person, and it organizes my thoughts, and it helps me focus on what I can do now instead of complaining about, oh, I don't have enough space, oh, I don't have enough this. You know, I mean, you have to be a problem solver. So this is the way my thought process usually works. In a low-tech version, I usually do it online, but like I said, that takes too long. So this works just as well. If you have a dry erase board, which I do have in the other room, you can do it that way too. This is kind of like a flow chart, what I do. So hopefully this method helps you guys sort things out and what you need to focus, because sometimes it gets overwhelming. You can't really do everything all at once, you know, maybe due to budget constraints, or like for me, for us, it's storage space. Then you gotta be creative. So anyway, hopefully that helped. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a part 2 to my part 2. I think I've mentioned everything. I'm probably forgetting something, but there's always that next video, which I'm gonna make after this. So thanks for watching. Hope I didn't ramble too much. I hope you learned a few things. Hopefully maybe you guys can do this for your system, but this system works for me. If you want to share how you break yours down, that's awesome too. Until next time, thanks for watching apocalypsehub.com. Go check the website out, add me at Twitter, all that social media stuff. Until next time, thanks.